Hello, my beautiful high frequency beings, and welcome back to the Frequency Key podcast. I'm your host, Leela, and I'm so freaking happy to have you here. If you're new here, I want to extend my biggest, warmest welcome from my heart to yours. And if you're not new, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. You have no idea how happy it makes me to be here with you, with all of you, in this beautiful frequency that we are creating together. This week's episode is going to be really personal. I've never shared these pieces of my story in this level of detail before, but these moments completely changed my life, and if they changed my life, I know that there's a very real chance that they will shift something in you too. And that is what is urging me to share. I'm also going to be breaking down the 4 parts of manifestation so that you can learn how to do it yourself. And if you've listened to the show before, you might notice that my voice is a little bit sore. I do apologize, but I didn't want that to be a blocker. And so here we are with a very deep episode. So I'd like to begin with sharing 3 moments in my life where I've used the art of manifestation to get extraordinary results. Number 1, I manifested a yoga photographer to take photos of me for free, literally out of nowhere. Number 2, I healed my incurable PCOS through meditation and manifestation. And 3, I manifested my dream partner, Darwin, who is just the most amazing human on this earth. And we both manifested each other, actually. And I'm going to get into all of this. But to recap, what it means to manifest. The definition of manifestation, at least my definition of it, is to make your dreams and desires become reality through believing that they are already yours. And there are layers to it, though, because you can't just want it. You have to fully embody it in every moment. Fully embody that what you desire is already yours. So to best explain this, here's my breakdown of the 4 key elements in manifestation. Number 1, desire. Number 2, conviction. Number 3, gratitude. And number 4, detachment. So desire, conviction, gratitude, detachment. Your desire is the first thing. You have to want something deeply for this to work, because when you want something deeply, it makes you feel an elevated emotion of desire. You have to crave this thing, whatever it is that you want, to call in. It has to come with that deep, deep, deep desire, that craving, that elevated emotion inside of your heart. Okay? So that is step 1. Step 2 is your conviction. You have to convince yourself that what you desire is already yours. And to do this, you need to rewire your subconscious mind into believing that it's already yours. So this is where it gets a little tricky, because it's easy to want something and it's not so easy to convince yourself that you already have it, especially if it's not physically right in front of you. But there's a method to the madness, I promise. Step 3 is gratitude. You have to feel gratitude in your heart from the place of already having that thing that you desire. you feel gratitude for having that thing. And this also needs to be a deep emotion of gratitude in your heart, thanking the universe for giving you that thing. So you have to put yourself in the position of someone who already has whatever it is that you want. They feel grateful for having that thing, so you also need to embody that gratitude frequency. And step 4 is detachment. So you need to be fully detached from the outcome and the timeline of whatever it is that you want to call in. Think about it this way. Say you want a pink Ferrari. So you go and buy a pink Ferrari. Great. It's all yours. And now that you have it, you are so grateful that you were able to go buy yourself this gift. You are convicted that you own it because you do. It's right in front of you. And you are detached from the outcome of getting it because, of course, you already own it. Now, if you aren't in the position to go out and buy a pink Ferrari right now, which is the reality for most people, and that's okay, the fastest way for you to get a pink Ferrari is to become, energetically, the person that owns the pink Ferrari. So even if you don't technically own that Ferrari yet, you need to act as if you already do. With deep gratitude, with conviction, and with detachment. And the way that this works is that the universe, or God, or spirit, or Buddha, or infinite intelligence, or the quantum field, whatever it is you want to call it, responds to frequency. Just like we speak English to communicate with each other, the way you communicate with the universe is through your frequency. And that's the only language that the universe knows. Which is why if you have the desire for something, but you don't have the conviction or the gratitude or the detachment, the universe won't be able to help you get it, because the universe doesn't speak English or French or Portuguese or Spanish or Hebrew. It speaks frequency. And the way that it reads your frequency is through the signals that you, as an antenna, are sending outward. And how do you alter your frequency? By altering your energy, aka your electromagnetic field. And how do you alter your energy? Through your thought patterns and emotions. So essentially, you need all 4 digits, desire, conviction, gratitude, and detachment, to open the manifestation lock. Now let's go back to my personal examples from earlier. Number 1 was I manifested a yoga photographer to take photos of me for free. Shout out Neil Gandhi if you're listening to this. You guys, he's amazing. And ever since our first shoot, we've done several more, and all of the photos always come out so stunning. I highly recommend Neil if you have the need or the desire for a good photographer. So, how did I do this? Number 1, I had a deep desire to have my very own yoga photo shoot that was free, because at the time I was working as a nanny and I didn't have extra money to spend on professional grade photos. 2, I was convicted that I would get there one day. I just didn't know when. And 3, I was detached from the timeline completely. There were no negative emotions involved. I wasn't crying because I couldn't hire a photographer. I just knew that one day it would come. And then one day, out of the blue, Neil hits me up on Instagram asking if I'd be down to do a yoga yoga and fitness photo shoot and to trade time for photos. And I got exactly what I wanted. And it was within a few months of me having that desire. And what's wild is, in the moment, I didn't even notice I was manifesting. Like, I didn't do it on purpose. I only came to realize it later on when I had a better understanding of all of this and after reading Think and Grow Rich, which is a phenomenal book, by the way. Highly, highly recommend. If you haven't read it, go buy it right now. Like, seriously, you won't regret it. And you'd probably notice that I was missing the gratitude piece in there. Maybe I did feel grateful. I honestly can't recall because it was maybe like 4 years ago at this point. But it definitely plays a big role in it because it's an elevated emotion. So if you can use gratitude in your favor, you should definitely use it. So on to number 2. I healed my incurable PCOS, which is a chronic illness, through manifesting a healthy and perfectly functioning menstrual cycle. For the record, this is not medical advice. This is just my story. So every typical doctor I had gone to said that I would have to deal with PCOS for the rest of my life, that it would be really hard for me to get pregnant, that I would have to do hormone therapy, and that in order to have a regular period every month, I would need to be on the pill for the rest of my life or get a hormonal IUD. So Western medicine truly failed me in this. But I refused to believe that there was no other way. I refused to believe that that was going to be my story. So I got off the pill. I read Dr. Joe's You Are the Placebo book, which is also so good. Highly recommend. I meditated as often as I could, and I can't even say that I meditated every single morning because I didn't. But what I did was have my deep gratitude practice every single morning. Like, truly, I do it every day. It's just, it comes naturally now. When I'm having my coffee, I feel like it's the best time to take a moment and have my gratitude practice. And so I did that, and I would thank the universe every single day for my regular periods and for my regular cycle and for getting to align my work and my workouts with my cycle. And it took about a year of me having this practice, the deep desire to heal, the conviction that I was already healed, it was just a matter of time, the gratitude for my healed body, and the detachment of the timeline, right? Like, I didn't know when, but that it was just a matter of time until my healed body would materialize. And so it took about a year for my body to recalibrate. And during that year, I didn't have a period for 7 months straight. And then all of a sudden, it started coming every month. And I want to add that trust plays a huge role in this. Like, the universe is going to put you through the ringer to see if you really are convicted that you have this healed body and that you claim to have. And the mind, your mind, is going to go on a lot of rants. It's gonna doubt you throughout this whole process. It's gonna want to protect you, and it's going to want you to listen to all of those doctors who are qualified and have degrees and know better than you what's the best thing that you should be doing for your body. And it is in those moments that are the most important moments that you step in and say, thank you. I hear you, but I choose to believe otherwise. And I know my truth. I know that the universe is on my side and that it's just a matter of time. Edit as you see fit, but I love saying something like that. And number 3, I manifested my life partner, Darwin. Now, right before Darwin, I had a roller coaster of a relationship with this guy that loved me but cheated on me with many, many women, and then gaslit me and manipulated me into believing that I was going crazy. But when I finally saw the writing on the wall, and when I finally had hard evidence that I wasn't crazy, I left that toxic relationship. And from that moment forward, I decided that I wasn't going to settle. That the next time that I was going to be in a relationship, I was going to make sure that that person checked all of my boxes of what I needed from a partner in a relationship. And I am so grateful for all the pain that I went through, because it was like a quantum wake-up call and an invitation to grab hold of the steering wheel to my life and transition from the poor little girl to the strong, sovereign woman that I am today. And so, in deciding that I wasn't going to settle for less than my absolute dream partner, one night I wrote down, pen and paper, every detail I could think of about my ideal relationship. Everything from the way he would look physically to his values and the priorities in his life, to the way that he would treat me and love on me and how he would make me feel, to our shared hobbies as a couple. Like every single detail I could think of, I wrote down. And the whole thing came out to like 5 pages long. No joke. And then I would daydream about him. Every single day, I was obsessed with the dream of meeting him one day. This man of my dreams, like this father of my future children. I know it sounds cheesy, but I remember thinking that I knew that he was out there and he was probably wondering the same about me, and I just couldn't wait to meet him. And at the same time, I didn't think I'd meet him until I was like 30. And I was totally fine with that. Like, I was so happy with my life as a single gal, spending quality time with my family and my girlfriends, doing yoga first thing every morning, going to the gym every day. Like, I was truly so happy. And whenever I felt lonely, because of course we are human and we feel all the emotions, whenever I felt like I wanted someone to love on me and cuddle me and hug me, I would give extra love to myself. I would hug myself and I would take time to be present with myself. I would cry and I would let it all out. And I would tell myself out loud how proud I was of myself and how beautiful and amazing I was inside and out. Like, I would literally give myself a pep talk, but in a very heartwarming way. Like, I would speak to myself in the way that I would want my partner to be speaking to me in that moment. And I would hold myself in the way that I wanted to be held. Like, I created that safe space for myself, with myself. And that is such an unlock to joy, because we are the creators of our reality. We get to choose if we want to be single and lonely, or single and loving our own company. And again, this doesn't mean that we're happy all the time. We're not. As humans, we need to experience all the emotions, and we need to let our emotions flow and not just sweep them under the rug for later. But when you can hold yourself and create that relationship with yourself, you don't become dependent on any external factors to be happy. Like, you love yourself and you're happy with your own company. And if any day you're feeling a little lonely, you know what to do and you know how to love on yourself. And it's such a beautiful relationship to be created with yourself, and something to cherish and something to have forever. And it's not something that should go away when you become in a relationship, when you enter into a relationship with someone else. Anyway, to recap, I had the deep desire to meet Darwin one day. I had the conviction that he was out there and that I was worthy of receiving his love. I had the gratitude that I was going to meet him one day. And I was detached from when that day was going to come. I wasn't waiting for him to come along in order for me to live a happy life. I didn't make my happiness conditional on an external factor. I created it within. And like I mentioned before, we manifested each other, actually, because he also wrote down everything he wanted in a partner, and I check all of his boxes. And when we met for the first time, we looked into each other's eyes on the dance floor, and we both knew that we had met each other before in a past life, or maybe in many past lives. But the point is, we get as much as we are willing to tolerate. And when we get very clear on what it is we desire, when we have the conviction that what we desire desires us too, when we have gratitude for already having what we desire, hence calling it in to materialization, and when we detach from the timeline of our desire materializing, a whole new beautiful world of possibility opens up for us. So I invite you to reflect on your own life, on your own desires and thought patterns. And if this resonates true to you, I leave you with this question. What is one thing you can do tomorrow to take a step in the direction of your highest timeline? All right, my beautiful, beautiful high frequency beings, that is all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. I hope you enjoyed all the depth that has been shared today. And I truly appreciate you being here with me. It's such an honor getting to jump on the mic with you. And with that, I will see you on the next episode of the Frequency Key Podcast. Mwah.